Shalom, all praises to Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Harakal Kadesh. Double honors to the apostles and now to great most on the rule one. Shalom to the brothers in the way concerning truth. Um, just wanted to touch on Job chapter 2 and kind of highlight the difference in mindset between, the man and the woman, you know, especially when it comes to dealing with, trials, tribulations, and judgment, because really that's a key part of the difference between how it's received. 'Cause, in Job chapter 2, you know what, I'll start from the top. Job 2 and 1 says, again there was a day when the sons of the Most High came to present themselves before the Lord Yahweh, and Satan came also among them to present himself before the Lord Yahweh. And the Lord Yahweh said unto Satan, from whence comest thou? And Satan answered the Lord Yahweh and said, from going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it. And yeah, Satan, it was, his question was put to him, and he'd been out and about. He'd been on the scene. It said, and the Lord Yahweh said unto Satan, and he's doing his job. He's being an adversary. So, and the Lord Yahweh said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and an upright man, on the fear of the Most High, and escheweth evil, and still he holdeth fast his integrity, although thou movest me against him to destroy him without cause. And yeah, that's because he did. He's goods, his family, all but, at that point, himself and his wife had been, decimated. But then he still had held firm. And then, Satan threw it back like, okay, well, and Satan answered the Lord Yahweh and said, skin for skin, yea, all that a man hath, will he give for his life. But put forth thine hand now and touch his bone and his flesh, and he will curse thee to thy face. And the Lord Yahweh said unto Satan, behold, he is in thine hand, but save his life. So then he said, like, yeah, okay. You place hands on him. That'll be what will finish him. And it's a back and forth kind of betting over how far he'll be taken. And notice in the conversation there's no talk on his woman. Why? Because just as you had the dynamic with Adam and Eve. It wasn't Adam, but Eve. That got beguiled by the serpent, and then turned her husband. The weaker vessel was used, to bring down Adam. And that's really the difference in the dynamic as far as with the men. For the men, they're the ones that will be rooted, will have the firmness to resist, especially when it comes to those men of the elect, which Lord willing, we be among that number. But then, and in the world, you're gonna have the men. What say the men will be as women. So you're gonna have you might have some that might endure through certain things, but they're the thing that's needed is what the covering, man. The name of the Most High is a tall tower and a right front into it, and it's safe. You need that tower, you need that covering, because without a covering, without that protection, then really it's open season. You know, just as how here Satan's getting permission from the Most High to lay hands upon Job. That's how it is with his men. But then for those of no account, it's, you know, it's open season. It says, so went Satan forth from the presence of the Lord Yahweh, and smote Job with sore boils from the sole of his foot unto his crown. And he took him a potsherd to scrape himself withal, and he sat down among the ashes. Yeah. You know, he would have been feeling just destroyed, decimated. So he'd just be like, damn, you know. The Lord just opened up, like, what can I do? And it says there, verse 9, then said his wife unto him, dost thou still retain thine integrity? Curse the Most High and die. Yeah. She was at the point where that was it, she was done, you know. She was just like why, she was thinking, like, why even hold on? And that's how a lot of women are going to be when it comes to that hardships, when it comes to enduring. They're just going to be like, damn, you know, why even, like, what you even holding on for? You know, just do what needs to get done to get back to bliss and comfort. And then, you know, short-sighted decisions were made, thinking that's, you know, that you're going to be able to get back to comfort and bliss. Because why? Because even among, you know, hardship, like, how do you even know it's a guarantee? It's like, you know, in the fall of Jerusalem, might have been starting to think, like, you know, fuck this, you know, just chop the youth them up, rock them in the pot, you know, munch that, just try and, you know, fuck it. Might be doing that, and that was went down. But then doing it and thinking like that's gonna be, you know, some kind of resolution. Might even do that and then still end up jacked up and fucked up and dying a cruel, grisly, gruesome death anyway. And that's the reality of how these situations are. The short term, the short sighted carnal answer, like, you know, just curse the Most High and die. Just like, it's like, look, man, there's more to being in that state of hell, man. That lowly state. And that integrity was holding on to. She didn't see the value of it. But then obviously you go to the end of the book of Job, where he gets everything, you know, rejuvenated, refulfilled, and then some for enduring through. Then it'll be clear, like, damn, okay. You know, it's you know, the trials may be fucking legendary hell, but then the rewards are you know, being brought to a state of super heaven. So as he said unto her, thou speakest as one of the foolish women speaketh. What shall we receive good at the hand of the Most High, and shall we not receive evil? In all this did not Job sin with his lips? And yeah, that's the other part. Shall we receive good and not receive evil? That's a plain kind of question we have to think. Because even with if you just get dished out good, it's not even gonna feel like good after a while. That's just gonna be the normal. People that come from like a background of affluence, where they might have things paid off for, they don't have to deal with, they're not in trouble with other men. You know, from that kind of a background, you then look at these things and think like, okay, like that's just gonna be a baseline. You're not even gonna see that as being, you know, on a higher level. You're just gonna be like, okay, that's just you know how life is. You know, let you from when you're like 14, you just wake up and then you just got a maid giving you sloppy toppy every fucking morning. Like, yeah, you after a while, you know, 5 years of that, you think like, bro, is it ever gonna be possible to wake up and not have the maid giving you the sloppiest of toppy? You know, of course not. You go into sleep and just be getting like a massage getting your temple massage, your arms, whatever. Like, you get accustomed to, you can get accustomed to any form of bliss or hell. So as such, it with how the Lord deals with men is making sure you don't have too much of an extreme. As much honey as is sufficient. Basically, kept on a level where don't have too much or too little. And that's the best place to be at, man. Because especially with what we're coming into, the hour of temptation, the time of Jacob's trouble, all that hell, you're gonna need a mindset to endure, and that's not what women are wired for. So if you've got a woman as well, then you're gonna have to be that covering from the wind, that name she can call upon for her to even have a channel, have a path to get through. And that says the women will be saved in childbearing. That's gonna be the mothers, man. Might be there might be some things that you smash, but then they might not be found worthy. It is what it is. But yeah, just a quick one. Shalom, shalom.